Now, President Akufo-Addo has met with all losing candidates in the New Patriotic Party's just ended parliamentary primary to appeal to them to continue to support the party's 2020 re-election campaign. The meeting took place as part of efforts by a reconciliation committee chaired by the Chief of Staff, Rema Osel-Pari, to repair relationships between the various candidates and present a united front for the main election. The run-up to the party's primary saw some candidates threaten to run independent amidst complaints they were being frustrated out of the race. National organizer of the NPP, Samieku, however, says efforts are being made to correct the erroneous impression.
And for us as a party, we've activated a reconciliation wing chaired by Madam Chief of Staff. I can also confidently tell you that His Excellency the President met all those defeated aspirants, our members of Parliament who lost their bid over the weekend. He's met all of them. He met them last night, and also once again to encourage them, to cheer them up and let them know that, look, let's rededicate ourselves. Once we are in this enterprise together, your expertise will be needed, and where we need to also help, support and push you, the party will be willing to also do that.
I just read coming in that in Bekwai, the one who lost to Jose Wusu would want to go independent.
Well, we haven't been officially notified, but once those rumors are out there, we will also take steps to engage each and everyone. It's a healing process. It might not take 24 hours to do that. It might be slow, but we'll definitely get there. So sometimes there's that temptation when emotions are high, when you feel that, no, you should have been treated this way, or you ended up being treated that way. It's incumbent on us as a political party and its leadership to ensure that we mend the cracks and calmness, and also assure even those who lost that we are in this together.
The NPP's National Council will meet Saturday to acclaim President Akufo-Addo as presidential candidate for the December election. Mr. Eku cautioned that this is only open to the council members.
Let me use this platform to properly make it clear that the tomorrow National Council meeting, which will acclaim the presidential candidate and the running mate, strictly, if you are not a member of the National Council, please don't come. And we have members of the National Council clearly stated here. The National Council of the party, per Article 10 of the NPP's constitution, it includes voting members of the National Executive Committee, 20 members of parliament chosen by the party's parliamentary group, regional representatives, the past national chairpersons, past general secretaries, past president, past vice president, past presidential candidate, past running mate, the president if you are in government, vice president if you are in government, the presidential candidate and the presidential running mate. These are members of the National Council. Please, this is not the time to show that you're a big man in our party. We need to go strictly by the protocols, and that is ensuring that we don't have more than 100 people. The National Council in its setup is just around 92 to 95.
So if you have a few more people coming in?
We don't want to have few more people coming in, and people will be assigned their seats. Please don't come and be embarrassed if you don't qualify under Article 10 of the NPP's constitution. And the whole world will be watching us, and we don't expect to make the headlines for the wrong reasons on Joy Prime. So that is why we are asking that people should also assist us to make this process smooth. And we are going to enforce this. We've tasked the security agencies that we've also asked them to help
to make sure
the process of gathering. To make sure that anybody coming in, you have this your tag. Today, the party will have its National Executive Committee. And all those who are expected to be there tomorrow will be issued with their accreditation. We expect that the media too will bear with us. You know, I'm trying to be very diplomatic in the choice of words, but I think the NDC is trying to hold on to straws. I'm saying this because I have seen a video gone viral of Mr. Mahama in the Volta region, where majority of the people that even gathered to listen to him, many of them were not in face mask or observing the social distance protocols. If there cannot be a justification for us to go through a process of registering, because which is a fundamental requirement for you to be a voter, you must have a voter's ID. How are we going to line up on the day of elections to vote? Don't forget this. Even in the midst of the pandemic, South Korea organized one of their best elections. And that's next door to China. You also have Malawi going for their elections in July.
You also had France go for an election and see a spike of cases after the election.
But the point is that
they had to hold on to their last
by-election. But we have been told by health experts and by WHO and our local authorities here that this disease has come to stay. Unless you want us to have a one-party state, where until we see the downward trend of this pandemic, we should allow one government to be in office for long. The NPP, we are clear in our minds. We don't want to exceed our mandate by even a minute. By 6th of January 2021, we should bring our term of office to a close. If the Ghanaian people on December 7th decide to extend our mandate, we live beyond the 6th of January 2021. So if you cannot rehearse what is going to take place on the 7th of December, what exercise are you going to use to test your level of preparedness, to know the loopholes and how to block these loopholes ahead of December? Ivory Coast, as we speak, they've started compiling a new voters register. Ivory Coast have their elections in October, not December. They started this exercise just a week or two ago. So I think that instead of pressing the fear button, for us as a people, let's see how we can support each other. This pandemic, it doesn't know former presidents or the cocoa seller. Everybody is at risk. But the EC, in its normal duties or in the exercise of its duties, cannot say that because of the pandemic, our national lives must come to a halt.